Now we're going to work on a modeling real life problem. This says a science teacher buys 3.25 or 3 and 25 ounces of zinc for an experiment. The teacher pays with a $10 bill. How much change does the teacher receive? So what we're doing here is we need to see how much this teacher spent on zinc and then to subtract that amount from $10. So first we need to know how much does zinc cost. We have the amount of zinc. We don't know how much zinc costs. It says right here, zinc is $2.41 per ounce. Awesome. Okay, so we have 3 and 25 ounces. So we need to take 3.25 and we need to multiply that by the amount that it costs. So here we go. We are going to multiply just like normal. So 1 times 5 is 5, 1 times 2 is 2, 1 times 3 is 3. Notice I'm not really paying any attention to the decimal point. Then I move over in a place value, so I've got to have my 0. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. I'm going to go ahead and cross these off so I don't get confused later. I'm now moving over 2 place values, so I have 2 zeros. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. And 2 times 3 is 6. All right, so when I add these together, I get 5, 2, 3, 8, 7. All right, now I need to figure out where does this decimal point go? Well, I need to see how many numbers are to the right of the decimal on both of these numbers. So on the first number, I have 2 numbers. I always like to write it off to the side. On the second number, I also have 2 numbers. So I have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal point in this number, 2 numbers to the right of the point in this decimal, in this number. So I'm going to add this together. I get 4. So that means I need to move my decimal point 4 times. So I always start my decimal point at the very end, and I move over 1, 2, 3, 4. Put my decimal there. I always like to rewrite my number as well. So 7.8325. Now, I've never gone to the grocery store and something is $7.8325. So we always round to the hundredths place when we're talking about money, because that's how money works, right? Something is $1.75 or $1.35 or $1.12 or however much. We only go over 2 place values. So the most we ever go up to is the hundredths place when we're talking about money. So what we're going to do here is we are going to round. So we're going to round to this decimal point, which means we look over here at the 2. We see that that's less than 5. And so we keep the 3 as it is. So our rounded number is 7 and 83 hundredths, which we're talking about money now. So now it's $7.83. We're going to move on to the next step of the problem. We'll go ahead and do that up here. So we have $7.83 that we're spending, and we're paying with it, or this teacher is paying with a $10 bill. So that means we're going to take the $10 and then we're going to subtract the amount, $7.83, from the $10. This will then tell us how much money the teacher will get back, because they're spending $7.83. They're giving the cashier $10. So let's see, we're going to go ahead and subtract like normal. And notice that I did line up my decimal points in this problem, because when we add or subtract decimals, we do line up our decimal point. So I go ahead and make this a 10. I have to borrow. So this is going to become a 0. This 0 is becoming a 9. This 0 is going to become a 9. And we know that this one's a 10. So 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 8 is 1. I bring down my decimal point since we're subtracting. 9 minus 7 is 2. So what this shows me is that this teacher spent $7.83. They used a $10 bill to pay, and they got $2.17 back.